Today on Bloombeats, I'm gonna show you this strategy with the Electro Titan and a maxed level Electro boot, so don't worry. We're gonna dive into some hard mode attacks as well to see how this strategy does on lower level equipments. Alright, here we are on this base. Now guys, this is gonna be a very kind of weak design, right? But I wanted to show you a Legends League attack. Now on this account I have a bit, I'm a bit lower in trophies, but that's why I brought you 3 hard mode attacks right after this. Now this is basically what you want to do with your Royal Champion. You want to go ahead, pop her ability, and we do have the Phoenix with her, so we can use the maximum amount of value with this new equipment. On this account, as I said, I have the equipment maxed out, and also on my main account, but I can't risk showing you high Legends attacks because yeah, I can't just record and attack it. It's gonna be tough to do, but you can see what we are doing. When you don't have that Fox, this is so much easier to control the champion because you don't have to count those seconds. So when she goes forward into a new defense, you are going to drop the invisibility. If she's already on a new defense, then you keep around the same area with the invisibility. If she's moving forward, as you can see, you go with another invis, and if she's on the town hall, well, yeah, I would suggest you to rage her up because you can easily get her, but on this case it was a town hall lower leveled, and also we do have the Phoenix, so don't forget, you don't necessarily need to rage right away. You can wait and then the RC will do the job. Now I do have a flame flinger on the left hand side just to get some value on this, attacks. You're gonna see me using that giant arrow, but I didn't really want to use it. I just use it for you guys because some of you have already commented a lot that not a lot of people even have the magic mirror or upgraded the magic mirror, but the giant arrow is always good. You can go ahead and pop the queen ability at the very beginning to get 3 healers and just go ahead and get those kind of rockaloons. If you haven't used them, I'm gonna tell you exactly how we're using those 10 rockaloons in the next attacks. Don't worry, but we're jumping into the base. We do still have the warden ability to go ahead and popping on this base. You can see the king's earthquake boots, how much important it's going to be very much later in the base. On every base it's going to be working like that, but on this one, yeah, he's going a bit crazy, but still you can see the base is not killing anything, and this is not hard mode. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the level. I think yes, it's gonna go to level 18, I believe, the equipment. We can check, but it's gonna go to a lower level if it's already 27. Other abilities will also go to level 15 if they are common, so showing you a maxed base also in those hard mode. Okay, so this is not a joke. I just wanted to warm you up with this strategy and how it works, what you need to do, how to drop those stuff, how to drop the invisibilities, what are we looking for, and all that type of stuff basically. But next ones are gonna be kind of crazy. You're gonna see the full power when nothing dies in a hard mode attack. Like, it's no joke, but let's move on and see those. Alright, here we are on the first base of my hard mode. Now look at these rage towers, very toxic base. So how I wanted to go for this one was to go with some rockaloons on the sides, like these 2 buildings, and then RC down the middle. This way you can have access to this rage tower and of course the town hall. It depends how good you drop your invisibilities and how good are you for avoiding the clan castle. I go with that earthquake spell just to get that damage down. If you can see the CC is closer to you, the earthquake boots is actually going to help you out quite a lot. But here we do have some skellies, whereas usually the RC would have been shooting those if not for the electric boost. Now look at this invisibility drops, keeping on that RC invisible. That's how you want to do it. Again, I told you about the Fox. If you think you are good enough to go and give that Fox a try, you can actually count around 4 invisibility out of your army, so you can use 4 times of Fox invisibility. See how we can go through the base, raging up the RC because I can see the value she can provide and the kind of funnel, right? So look at this base. I'm gonna put it out with some pen. Look how much funnel the RC is doing, and then either side you can enter with the main army. Here I'm gonna let her die. Now the Phoenix is gonna be beautiful. If there's Teslas, she's gonna be taking it out. If there are skelly traps, or for example those clan castle toxic troops, it's still gonna be nice to take that down. But of course the Phoenix itself, when it brings back a hero, it's not gonna be pulling that much of the clan castle, but you can see now it's getting pulled. So Going with that jump spell, wall breaker working absolutely amazing. We do have the siege barracks to funnel us, and don't forget guys, this is going to be that hard mode, okay? It's insane how much value we can get out of that RC, and then later on this strategy itself, it's so broken. Going with that warden ability, catching the titans, the headhunters, the rocket loons that was testing for traps for those healers are still alive in that warden ability. King's earthquake boots, which is again in the hard mode, so it's going to be level 15 with the 21 ball. It's absolutely crushing this, and guys, this is a maxed base. It's not a fully supercharged max one because this is my second account. I haven't been able to max everything yet, but I've been able to max literally maybe 90% of the update. So you can already see we have, I think, 3 titans, if I'm not wrong. Let me check again. We do have 1, 2, and 3 electro titans alive. Healer just went down, it's the end of the attack. We do have 3 heroes, which are the main key things about this strategy, that are still alive, and 4 of our super minions. I know some of you may say, well, hold on, this base, you can take one side out with the RC and the other side with the King's, you know, kind of spiky ball. Let's move on to a more toxic base if you think this wasn't toxic enough. Okay, here we are on this base. Now this is a bit more separated. You can see the rage tower value, you can see the town hall area, and as I told you, it's literally a maxed base in hard mode. Going with those rocket loons around the town hall area, and I saw the value that was around this scatter shot, the town hall, the ricochet cannons, and the, you know, fire spitters at the same time. Just like the last base, I'm trying to get a big compartment, basically a big funnel of this base down, which is really annoying for the rest of the army. And this way you can see the RC going forward. I'm gonna make that minion prince invisible. Now we do have some very unfortunate pathing here after the town hall. I think that's what I remember when I was doing the friendly challenges, but now you can even go and make that building that is really low HP invisible, so then you can, you know, kind of destroy it with the RC aura and the electric boots. Basically RC going backwards, getting that hero for me, and then coming backwards. Now you need to kind of watch out for the Giga Bomb because it can actually kind of drop you out of the invisibility. So watch out how you drop your invis spells. And this is where you are like, hold on, the RC is dying, but you got the Phoenix. Don't forget. So I'm still keeping her alive. She can still give me the value. The rage tower will go down, and then I leave her. The Phoenix will do some extra damage for me onto the enemy queen. Going with that siege barracks on the left hand side, all the army to that side of the base. I do have 1 root rider in this army, and by the way, this army was originally built by Carbon Finn. If I forgot to give him a shout out in the last 2 attacks, sorry, but shout out to Carbon Finn, man. Thank you for the army. It's absolutely crushing. Now look at this army again. We're gonna dive into the base with a jump spell, and then the Pekkas did amazing job on the lower side. Nothing really need to be added there except headhunters for that enemy king, but watch out for your king ability. If the monolith is on him, go with that warden ability. Keep him alive to keep the earthquake from being able to pop it in a very much better area, I would say. Look at this earthquake boots, opening the entire base for your Sui heroes or titans or whatever you want to call them, but absolutely wrecking this space again, yet again, with 3 titans alive. What is damaging this army? Can someone please tell me? At the beginning, you got 9 invisibilities, nothing's happening to your RC. In the middle, nothing is happening to your Sui and the main army, and at the end, there is still nothing happening. It's so strong, it's so tanky, and it's so easy to use. That is absolutely unbelievable. And again, if you don't keep on like looking around, this is hard mode, okay? Not a lot of you have been hitting hard mode. If you go on a Town Hall 17 that is maxed and challenge it on a hard mode, whatever strategy you're gonna use, you are going to struggle. Simple as that. I cannot put it as simple for you. I've done trials and tests, I've done tournaments. Hard mode is literally hard when you're hitting a max Town Hall 17. But let's move on to the last hit and see how I finish things off. Alright, here we are on the next base. Now this one is going to be kind of a further away Town Hall with a very compact core that is actually quite separated around with the rage towers. So the rages are covering two sides of the base. At the same time, you got damage from every angle that you want to start DRC. Look at the damage on the monolith, right? Then look at the damage on ricochet cannons on the sides. But one thing I know about my base is I have a Tesla farm in this corner. So what I'm going to do to show you the power is to drop DRC right in the Tesla farm. So that's how I want to do it. But the RC entire idea is to get funnel, just to make that funnel for the rest of the base. So we're gonna see how this goes. Let me play this. We're gonna go with some rocket loons, so you know the RC doesn't just go too further away from the main objective. Okay, now something came up, that's why I looked around. You know, I'm still not used to the camera, but I need to watch out what I'm doing. Now look at these RC going beautifully on those Teslas. But don't forget, if you have not been able to watch the stats of the electric boots, you can actually heal up. Look at my RC HP, it's healing up when she's going invisible. And yes, she was going a bit weird, so you can see we invested 1 extra invisibilities. And don't ever be kind of like regretting the way you're dropping the invisibilities. You got a lot of them, you got the Phoenix, you can still power through that HP of the RC going down to those major defenses when they are raged up, and you make a mistake by dropping the invis a bit late. But you can see the skellies are going down, the CC when it comes out is going down. And guys, this is a toxic CC I put for this army. Look at that RC, it's getting cooked, but the CC is so many archers and 1 witch. I think it's like 43 or 42 if I'm not mistaken, but it's insane how toxic that CC is. But with the electric boots, you can get through it easily. Now going with the main army again into this base, we do have the Diggy on the Warden. Sometimes there may be single infernos, monolith, or something very important that is locked onto your troops. It could hurt you a lot, so the Diggy can actually just go and stun it. It's like an extra freeze, because guess what, in this army we don't have a freeze, so the Diggy is acting as an activity, like moving freeze around, you know. So that's how it can be. Now that one root rider that you have in your army, if it's going down too quickly, you can go with the Warden ability, keeping it alive, but you still got that, you know, jump spell and the King ability. So anything can really work out for you however you like it. You can leave the root rider alive or let it die. You can leave the king die at the beginning, you can still jump through. It's so easy, as I said, to use this army. And don't forget, again, this is max town hall 17 on hard mode edition. It's absolutely insane how this army works. You just need to watch out for one and only thing, and that's the time. Yes, I know a lot of you are probably having a lot of time fail issues. Back in Town Hall 15, I remember a lot of people were doing time fails just because the base had a lot of damage, it had a lot of HP, and sometimes the time management is out the window. So try to manage your time, try to manage those cleanup. The wizards, I dropped a few wizards really bad in this attack, and that will kind of end up being a time fail. So you can already see how to start the RC, how to start your invisibility drops, how to start the main army, the spell placement later on, and the equipment, how to use them. If you are running that giant arrow and you don't have the magic mirror, go with early ability. I'm still not used to it to just drop my queen and pop the ability. I'm not used to it, but if you are using this exact ability, trust me, go and get some extra healers. But if you're using the magic mirror, pop that around the town hall area. You can invest that 1 rage also if you didn't invest it on DRC. And hopefully my tips was enough for you to learn this army quite a lot. But I'm gonna be probably bringing you a kind of, I would say, a masterclass in blueprints on this army and show you every single aspects of this base a bit deeper and of this strategy. That's what I mean. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and leave us comments down below what you want to see, and also what strategies are you using currently in Legends League or any leagues down below. So hopefully I'll see you soon. Take care and peace.